Alrighty, Battle City action, and there is my very low volume. Okay, Yugi going up against Marik, so hopefully we'll get to see an Egyptian god in this clash. And, how was everybody's weekend? Where I am in the world, Perth, Western Australia, well, I'm about 45 minutes south of Perth. However, we are now in a heat wave. We are having, all week is going to be temperatures of upwards of 35 degrees Celsius plus. If you want that in Fahrenheit, it's somewhere near the high 90s, early hundreds. It's pretty warm here, but that doesn't stop the Yugioh action from happening as we see Beta the Magnet Warrior coming to the field. So, okay, I just forgot I haven't watched NXT Deadline yet. Huh. It's amazing that I haven't had a spoiler on social media yet. Okay, Marik counters with Rogue Doll, both players with 2 face downs. So Marik's Rogue Doll can't win, so Marik must be trying to bait Yugi into attacking. Alright, there's Coffin Seller. Upstart Goblin is a replacement for Pot of Greed, as Pot of Greed is banned. I don't think Pot of Greed should be banned. I think it should be limited to 1. And Yugi throws down King's Knight as well. So Yugi, it doesn't look like he's going to buy Marik's bluff. So what does Marik have? Oh, okay. Maybe Marik was bluffing after all. And, oh, okay, Rope of Life. Marik ditches what was a pretty average hand. And he'll get Rogue Doll back, and it will be another 800 points. So Rogue Doll will be at 2,400. Yugi, though, he does have good face downs of his own. He's got Mirror Force, he's got Magical Cylinder, he's got Magical Hats. Yugi is very well protected. He's got Buster Blader there as well if he wants to throw that down. It's in the battle phase for Marik. And Magic Cylinder is flipped up, so Rogue Doll's 2,400 is going to come out of Marik's life points. So Yugi saving Mirror Force. Alright, turn change back to Yugi, who draws Queen's Knight. And he could go for Buster Blader. He does have Mirror Force, but no. Alright, he's going for Buster Blader. Buster Blader. So to 2,600, it's going to get over Rogue Doll at only 2,400. Coffin Seller activates. Every time a monster goes to Yugi's graveyard, 300 life points will be removed. Alright, 7,700 plays 6,300, and you would say that field advantage is Yugi's. Marik only has 1 card in hand. And Marik throws down a face-down defense and to his end phase, so Marik may be in a bit of trouble now. There's Berthamut from Yugi. And Yugi throws down Queen's Knight, so 1,526 is 4,100. It will only leave Marik with 2,200 if both these attacks connect. Does Marik have anything to reply with? Oh, Nightmare Wheel. Okay, it's a good card. It'll freeze Buster Blader and take 500 life points off Yugi per standby phase. So Yugi only does 1,500 with Queen's Knight. However, Marik does still have the issue of having that Queen's Knight attacking him. There goes Nightmare Wheel. It's 500 points off Yugi. And Marik summons Lakunga, which is 1,700. Will at least be able to get rid of Queen's Knight. Now Yugi does have Mirror Force. But no, okay, he's gone for Magical Hats. So he's decided to conceal the Queen's Knight instead of flipping up Mirror Force. So Yugi choosing Light of Intervention and Chain Destruction, which are 2 cards which don't really help him too much in this sort of situation. So maybe relying on a draw as well. Now Marik takes his aim, but it looks like he's going to miss. Yugi still deciding not to activate Mirror Force, maybe keeping it there as a way of baiting Marik in, thinking that the field is safe to attack. Oh, there's Soul Taker. That is a fantastic draw from Yugi. He'll be able to get rid of Lukonga. Marik will gain 1,000 points, but his field is once again empty. Yugi flips up Queen's Knight. Oh, and he's going to bring forth Bertha. He's going to get rid of Buster Blader. Buster Blader is stuck. There goes Nightmare Wheel. So this will be 2,900 attack points coming off Marik. Okay, another thing I did do, I watched the first 2 episodes of Star Wars Skeleton Crew. The idea behind the story, the whole concept of it is really good, but man, is that series designed for kids. It is not designed for the older Star Wars fan. It is definitely aimed at kids. So if you haven't seen Skeleton Crew, the basis of the story is, well, you can read it on the description if you watch it on Disney Plus, but it basically 4 kids get lost in space. I won't tell you how or why or anything, but the 4 of them, they end up in space and they can't get home. And finding their home planet is proving to be a bit of a challenge. It's not like it's a bad series, it's just very kiddie. It's very much aimed for the younger viewer. Alright, 1,500 off Marik, and if he can't, well, he can't block now. 1,500 off Marik again. Yugi takes the first match. Very much outplayed Marik in that one. Didn't even need to use his Mirror Force. So we'll flip the perspective and go with Marik this time. Okay, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Marik wins and elects to go first. Now, I can't believe I forgot to watch Deadline. I've been waiting for that all weekend. I knew I forgot to do something on the weekend as well. With actually, it might be because of I was trying to watch something on Binge with WWE. So Binge is what we use in Australia for WWE content, but because of the Netflix deal, with Raw, SmackDown and NXT and pretty much all of WWE going to Netflix, Binge has started removing WWE content out of its library. I think that's why I didn't watch Deadline. I think Deadline is there to watch. I just I tried to watch King of the Ring 1997. Actually, I tried to watch Saturday Night's Main Event and I can't find it on Binge, and I was just like, oh, to hell with Binge. And that's probably why I didn't end up watching it. Alright, turn change. Yugi and Marik. Starting off conservatively, they're both in defense. And Yugi throws down another defense. Alright. What has Marik got in response? He's drawn... Oh, Helpoema. It's a good card. So Marik tributes Visor Des for the 2000 attack Helpoema, which, if destroyed by battle, will start to throw cards out of Yugi's hand to the graveyard as well. And, oh, there's Mirror Force. Now, Helpoema needs to be destroyed by battle for its effect to activate. Oh, and I bought something on the weekend. I bought Red Dead Redemption number 1. I've never played number 1. I've played number 2. But as unlikely as it seems, I never played Red Dead Redemption 1 up until like a few days ago. And it's actually really good. I really like it. Alright, Gamma the Magnet Warrior. Looks like that's going in for an attack. Oh, and there's King's Knight as well. This isn't looking good for Marik. I mean, Marik does have Mirror Force. Yugi's kept a face-down defense. Whether or not he was worried about Marik's face-downs, or whether or not it's just a weak, maybe like a Mystical Elf or a Karibo or something, but Mirror Force gets rid of Yugi's attack forces. And Marik does have a Nightmare Wheel still down as well. Alright, turn change. Marik draws New Doria. And Marik decides to set New Doria in defense. So, Red Dead Redemption 1. The story missions are actually... They tend to take a bit more of a realistic approach, in my view. That's sort of how the story at the start... I'm not that far in. I'm only about 10 or so missions in. And I did a couple of stranger missions. I did one where the old guy gets John to find the flowers for his wife. John brings him back the flowers, goes into the cabin to find the that the man's wife has long passed, and the guy either doesn't want to admit it or is unknowing. Red Dead. It's a funny game. In some ways, it's a morbid game. I'll give it that much. But all right, Melchor the Four-Faced Beast has come to the field. So Marik activated Nightmare Wheel. And, oh, he's gone for Monster Reborn. Now, he does have that pink stone card. I can never remember its name, but you can toss 2 magic cards to the graveyard from your hand, or toss 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard to pull a spell card back from your graveyard. So Marik could get Monster Reborn down. He's gone for an attack. Oh, that's what the face down was. Giant Soldier of Stone. Interesting move from Yugi to keep that face down. Marik goes for the attack on Gazelle, the King of Mythical Beasts. That will destroy Nidoria, allowing its effect to activate to get rid of Giant Soldier of Stone. It's an interesting play in the end from Marik, but he has the field advantage. Yugi's got no monsters on the field. Alright, turn change to Yugi. 5 cards in hand. He goes with a face down defense. Sorry, face down spell trap. It's Monday. I'm gonna mispronounce and misannounce things. Alright, Rogue Doll. 16 and 16 would be 32 plus 15. Now Yugi still has enough life points, but it could take a lot of damage here unless Yugi's got some face downs that are gonna help. Alright, direct attack from Melchor the Four-Faced Beast, and it hits. Marik took a bit of a risk, because Yugi... Wait, did Yugi already use his Mirror Force? I know Marik did. Alright, well, 2,700 life points remaining for Yugi, and it looks like Marik might take round 2. The one thing I will say about Red Dead Redemption 1, though, is John runs like he's crapped his pants. Like, his running animation is so funny. I mean, it is an older game. I think it's like 2010 or something it was released in. It come with Red Dead Redemption Undead as well. So, alright, Spellbinding Circle was activated from Yugi, but it looks like he might be cooked. Well played by Marik. He really outplayed Yugi in that one. The good use of Nidoria. We haven't seen any Egyptian gods yet, which, we've still got one more game. It is a best of 3. Hopefully we do see an Egyptian god. You'd hope so with Yugi and Marik, but their decks, without the Egyptian gods, their decks are actually quite even. They both have an Egyptian god, so, well, they're somewhat even. I would kind of put Yugi's a little bit above Marik, but Marik has some plays in his deck as well. And we do have Duke Devlin playing, and we've also got Rebecca playing later. Rebecca will be playing Joey, because Joey in Battle City has actually done quite poorly. Joey got the jump on Becca in Duelist Kingdom, so it's a bit of a retribution match as well. Okay, that's a decent starting hand from Yugi. He's got Soul Taker, he's got Big Shield Gardener. Marik throws down a defense. Face down Spell or Trap, and turn change. There's Magic Formula. So Yugi sets Big Shield Gardener. Alright, Marik again goes with a defense, so similar start to last duel. And Yugi has just drawn Exchange. And, oh, he's gone with card destruction. Okay, Yugi had a couple of good cards. Marik threw a Monster Reborn. Yugi just gained a Monster Reborn. Oh, I would say that probably benefited Yugi more than Marik. Now, Yugi does have Monster Reborn. It looks like that's what he's thinking about using. Instead, he's gone with Light Force Sword. He does have Okay, now he could use Monster Reborn to do a double tribute and get Buster Blader out, but he's gone against it. He's gone with Jack's Knight instead. Can still have that option next turn as well. There's Dark Geroid. And I'll go off topping on the duel once more with Red Dead Redemption 1. I absolutely hate the horse with a passion. The horse is so cockeyed. It's when you call it, the thing runs up to you at absolutely blistering pace, and then the horse will not stand still, and it won't, it's hard to get on the horse. And if the horse is too close to someone you're trying to loot or something, John will jump back on the horse. It's infuriating, but overall, Red Dead Redemption 1 has been quite fun so far. It even holds up today. Even graphically. As we see Visor Des destroyed, even graphically, Red Dead Redemption 1 is actually quite nice. So, I don't know if it's just a Rockstar Games phase at the moment, but me, and I guess a lot of you will probably agree as well, we are all keen for GTA 6. There's also Pokemon Z to A coming out next year as well, I'm really keen for. I'm also keen for Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days. I'll definitely be doing videos on that when that finally drops. I thought that was going to drop this year, but it looks like it might be February. So, not too much longer to wait for that, at least. Alright. Where have I put my phone? I was going to go through comments. Oh, where have I put it? Must be... where is it? No, I think I've... Main phase 1, whose turn is... Oh, Yugi's going for Buster Blader. Get Buster Blader down on that field, Yugi. Well, I had it on charge, and now it's not in the charge. It must be out on the bench. Oh, there goes Humanoid Slime. I'm going to run get my phone. I'm going to read through some comments. Yeah, okay. It was out on the table. Okay. Oh, Yugi's drawn Slifer. Very nice. What did Marik do on the last turn? Nothing much by the look of it. Maybe played that Grand Tiki Elder or something. Okay. I'll just go from the... where were they up to? I think that's where I'm at. Alright. Oh, we could see Slifer. Buster Blader really controlling the field. Brain Control only works on a face-up attack monster. Okay, Jolo7893 says, did you play the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon Dice Monster Game Boy game? That was a hidden gem, also hard as heck to learn, but really easy once you got your groove. I haven't, but if it's a Game Boy game, I wonder if that might come available on the Nintendo Switch emulator at some point. Hopefully. I don't know. I'll have to keep my eye out for that because Game Boy games, while I could actually get the peripheral for Nintendo 64 so I could record Game Boy games. Moonwolfie says, the Master of the Ocean beats the Dinosaur Kid. Rex stood 0 chance against Mako. That was for the Mako and Rex Raptor Battle City game. That was a good match because I got to see Lumeria the Forgotten City. Marik's flipped up Metal Reflect Slime. So Yugi's skipping turns and is starting to chuck cards from his hand. TS Cheeks... Oh, hang on. Emperor Pikachu 2013 says, I was rooting for Duke, but great matches. That was the Weevil. And Demon Slayer Shorts also says, same here. That was for the Duke against Weevil match. Duke is a fun deck to watch, man. His deck is like... It's actually crazy. Who's Duke playing? Might be... Ooh. I think it might be like Bakura or something. It's one of the lower rated duelists. TS Cheek says, Happy Dragoon and Master Duel Freedom Day, boys. That was for the Rebecca and Marik match. And SCH292 says, remember kids, the idea is to get Marie the Fallen One into the graveyard as soon as possible. That Marie the Fallen One, that is such a good card. It's a tricky one being 5 stars though, I will admit that. Oh, Dark Magician Girl. Oh, Magical Dimensions there as well. Okay, I see what Yugi's going for here. As we see the little animation play. SCH292 says, we still need Johnny Steps, lol. I could try Johnny Steps, but we only saw him play like 2 or 3 cards. He fused Musician King. It will be very difficult to actually make a Johnny Steps deck. It'd have to be mostly female monsters, I reckon, but... Destroy card. Oh, look at that. Metal Reflect Slime is gone. And Yugi now has Monster Reborn. He can bring Dark Magician Girl back if he wants. Oh, hell, he could bring Buster Blader back if he wants. Damn, I think Marik's about to get slapped. Emperor Pikachu 2013 says, great comeback by Becca and great series so far. That was for the Becca and Marik match as well. Moonwolfie says, when someone draws a god card, it's very hard for anyone to get past it unless they have one of their own or a monster that can accumulate massive attack points. With equips and such, when Ra came out in that first one, I knew that match was over. Mirror Force was a clutch play in match 2 and she outplayed him in match 3. If Marik doesn't get Ra, then his hands are basically bricks. Yeah, that's not far from the truth. Marik's deck is actually not that good. As we see in this match with Yugi, Yugi's got Slifer. He might not even get a chance to use it because, yeah, Marik's deck isn't that good, to be honest. If he gets, like, Granadora and Helpolma straight off the bat, like, and he can get those sorts of cards down, he can... Even so, even with those sort of attacks, so many of the decks have the magic and traps to get rid of the monsters, like... And RJ Hardstyle, this is the one that's at the very top. It says, bro, I hope your channel surpasses your wildest dreams. You deserve it. Appreciate you, RJ Hard. Is it Hardesty or 3? I think it says Hardsty. I'm going to say Hardsty. Hardsty sounds a bit more natural. So thank you, RJ Hardsty 334. I appreciate that. My wildest dreams for the channel. Initially, when I created this channel, it was actually just retro games. That's why, like, really early in the channel's videos, there's a lot of, like, Tekken 3, Command & Conquer, some PS1 games in there as well. And then I did Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses, and that video, to this day, is the best performing one. That's when I thought, you know what, I should do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series one day. And there you go, about 2 years later, from about 2.5 years later, I think, the channel is now. There is now a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, and it's the most popular series yet. So, yeah, no regrets on doing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, that's for sure. As, ooh, New Doria has been revived with Monster Reborn. So, okay, so New Doria was destroyed, and that took out Dark Magician. Yugi has just brought it back. Sorry, Marik has just brought it back, utilized Reborn the monster, and has just taken out Buster Blader. That is actually quite a good play for Marik. It cost him some points, but he got both of Yugi's attacks off the field. But, so initially the channel was just going to be retro gaming. However, after I bought a Nintendo Switch, because I went through a phase where I'm like, I don't need video games, I'm a man. I'm happy with my retro consoles. I'm a grown-up. That lasted bugger all time, and then straight away I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy myself a Nintendo Switch, and I'm going to, you know, just for a little bit of fun. Actually, no, I bought a 3DS. I was like, you know, I'm going to get a 3DS. I'm just going to try a new Pokemon. Within, like... and then a friend of mine, Mike, gave me his old PS4, which was really nice of him as well. Gave me an old PS4 that he had, which he hadn't played for ages and ages. And then I was like, you know what? Screw the whole I'm a man grown-up mentality. I don't give a hell. I'm going to start playing modern video games, and I have never looked back. It has been the most fun time doing this series. I do not regret it at all. And PS5, like, oh man, when I first played GTA 5 and Red Dead 2, I'm like, dude, gaming has come such a long way. And, you know, 2.5 years later, my channel is monetized, and now I make money off doing these series, which makes it even that much better. As we're going to see Marik lose. Haha, Marik. Just as it happened in the Yugioh anime, Yugi defeats Marik quite convincingly in the end, although Marik did get the one win, but that will do it all for this match. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and as always, thanks for leaving all the comments as well. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.